So as you can see from this list of familiar names, it doesn't matter what profession a person pursues, a morning routine is key to success. Hey, I'm Terri Savelle Foy, your cheerleader of dreams. I pray that as you invest in yourself today, you're captivated and you're catapulted to live your dreams. Today I want to talk to you about the power of a morning routine. Do you know that morning rituals can lead you to the life you dream or the life you dread? You know, what do people like Oprah Winfrey and Lady Gaga, Mick Jagger, and even Terri Savelle Foy have in common? Well, other than we all love heavy eyeliner, we all have morning rituals and routines that have led us to our dreams. Do you know that before most people have even taken the Pop-Tart out of the toaster, high achievers have typically read 2 chapters, jogged 2 miles, and heard 2 mentors give exceptional advice? You know, I never realized this until 2002, that each morning that I lost the battle of the bed, it was literally taking me further from success. Seriously, each morning that I slept an extra 30 minutes was compounding to an extra 10 hours each month that could change my life or keep me stuck. You know, the most successful people in the world have something in common. They practice mind over mattress. They conquer the covers. From political leaders to ministers, famous athletes, CEOs, celebrities, they cherish the morning hours to get up and invest in themselves while the rest of the world chooses to snooze. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger said, people tell me, I need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. He said, no, sleep faster. Well, make the most of the hours you have each day. What you do every day is far more important than what you do every decade. See, what you commit to each hour is building your future. I like to say it like this: your repetition is your reputation. You know, you could think of it like this. Like a change in your mindset is like a car stuck in the mud. You just need enough traction to move an inch, and then you can gain momentum to move out and move on. Well, see, that's what happens. When you start waking up just a little earlier each day, it's just the shove you need to gain that traction to catapult you miles ahead of where you need to be. You know, you might even ask, why the morning? Like, why is the morning so important? Well, it's kind of like your phone in the morning. When you first wake up, it typically has full bars ready to start the day ahead. And then by the end of the day, it's on red, battery low, warning, right? It's depleted. It needs to charge again. Well, we're the same way. You know, people, circumstances, our job, our family, our to-do list, it's depleted our energy, and it's time to charge back up through the night. You start the day with full bars, basically. Well, see, the morning is particularly a critical time, whether you're a morning person or not, since how you start the day can affect your mood, your productivity throughout the day. It literally sets the tone for the rest of the day. It sets you up to succeed before any other interruptions. You know, I've described it like this in the past, how it's kind of like when you get on an airplane and the flight attendant tells you to put your oxygen mask on first before you attend to anyone else around you, even small children. Well, see, it's the same with your routine. When you get up and you invest in yourself first, then you're prepared to invest in other people around you. And you might even ask, well, what do I do when I get up a little bit earlier? Well, I recommend that you start with what Tony Robbins calls the hour of power. The hour of power, all it is 20 minutes of prayer, 20 minutes of reading, and 20 minutes of exercise. Now, he claims that the majority of his success is due to his morning ritual. And I totally agree with this. He's taught this hour of power to successful people in entertainment, celebrities, athletes, Fortune 500 CEOs. 20 minutes of prayer, 20 minutes of reading, and 20 minutes of exercise. Just 1 hour of your life. Now think about this. Just waking up 1 hour earlier times 365 days in a year, that's 365 hours. Now divide that by a 24-hour day, that's 15 days added to your life just by getting up 1 hour earlier. What could you do with an extra 15 days added? Now think of how much closer to God you're going to feel after 20 minutes every day. Think of all the things you're going to learn just reading 20 minutes every day. Think of how much better you're going to feel walking in your neighborhood 20 minutes every day. In a month, That is 10 hours of prayer time, 10 hours with the Lord, 10 hours of knowledge you've gained, and 10 hours of physical exercise. I would say your future is worth 1 hour. Somebody once defined the word pour as P-O-O-R. It stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. And you might even argue and say, Terri, that's just it. I haven't had any opportunities. Well, I used to think the same thing, but you do. Every morning is an opportunity to get up and invest in you. Get up and pray, read, exercise. And the next day, pray, read, exercise. And I'm telling you, 1 month from right now, you won't be the same person. In fact, check out some of the morning rituals of the successful people. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, starts each day with 1 hour on a treadmill while watching educational teaching. Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Enterprise, runs 400 companies worth $3 billion. He wakes up at 5:45. He said his routine consists of playing tennis with someone younger and more fit than him, swimming around his island, his personal island, before eating a healthy breakfast. Mick Jagger, lead singer of the Rolling Stones, credits his morning ritual of working out 6 days a week to helping him reduce stress and keep up his stamina. Lady Gaga begins each morning with yoga as well as 5 minutes of self-directed love. Mark Wahlberg, this guy is intense. Each day he begins with 2:30 a.m. wake-up call. 2:30, quickly followed by 30 minutes of prayer. He said he never misses his prayer time. He works out at 3:45 in the morning. The gym actually opened just for him. The rest of the day includes family time, meetings, and a second workout, picking up the kids from school, and by 7:30 p.m., he calls it a night. Isn't that amazing? So as you can see from this list of familiar names, it doesn't matter what profession a person pursues, a morning routine is key to success. While the average rolls over, the performer rolls out and gets a jump start on the day. In fact, I want you to just take an inventory of your current routine. You already have one, but the question is, does it support your goals? Is it helping you get closer to where you want to be? Or are you in that place I was for 11 years of waking up frantic, rushing, trying to dash out the door, hoping I haven't forgotten anything, and you're going to sleep dissatisfied with all the to-dos left undone? Well, to change your future, change your routine. And let me just say real quick, the toughest part is getting started. See, momentum builds in your life as you keep at it day after day after day. It's kind of like the rocket of momentum. You think about this. The space shuttle uses more fuel in the first few minutes of the trip than it does the entire rest of the trip. Isn't that crazy? Why is that? Because it's escaping the gravitational pull. Well, it's the same with us. When you're committed to creating a better life and establishing some new habits, it's the rocket launch of the mission that takes the most of your energy. It takes a ton of new energy to launch new habits and change your routine. But pretty soon, the shuttle is out there and momentum kicks in. So I've been enjoying reading, some of the comments from many of you who are reading the new book, 5 Things Successful People Do Before 8 a.m. One person told me, they said, I've been doing the 5 habits and I've not stopped, and it's been life-changing already. She said it's given me the focus to be better and most of all, to put God first place before anything else. And she said she looks forward to doing it because it's taken her closer to her goals at an accelerated rate. I love that. And I want to encourage you to get my latest book, 5 Things Successful People Do Before 8 a.m. Because this is based on the 5 habits that I started doing in 2002 that absolutely changed my life. Now, another one I wanted to read real quick because some of these were so interesting, and I thank you for taking the time to write this. But one of them said, I'm doing all 5, but not before 8 a.m. I totally understand. You don't have to finish them all by 8 o'clock. The point is you're doing it. One said, sadly, I'm not doing any of them, and I have no excuse. Well, it's never too late to get started, so just start today. Another one said, I kind of took a break from my habits, and now the break is breaking my spirit and my wallet. Well, I want to challenge you. Pick yourself up, start putting one foot in front of the other, set some new goals. Your future is worth 1 hour. So, are you going to do this? I believe you're going to join me on Conquering the Covers, win the battle of the bed, and start practicing mind over mattress. And this is what I can tell you from experience and from the testimonies of thousands. You are going to go from uncomfortable to unstoppable. So I hope you enjoyed this. I challenge you to get my new book. And I wanted to read our subscriber this week. And thank you so much for writing me and telling me how the podcast is helping you. This is from Jay Smith. Jay Smith said, in November, I set a goal of getting some of your tools for personal growth. I got the Imagine Big kit for Christmas and the Vision Board kit for my birthday. And I'm working my way through the kits right now. Woohoo, they said. I'm looking forward to sharing more achieved goals with your ministry soon. I love that, Jay Smith. And I'm just believing that you're going to stay with it, stay focused. You know, that's what the new book is all about. It's about sticking with things. The most successful people have the habit of sticking with things when other people would quit. You know, just like I was saying earlier about 20 minutes a day of spending time with the Lord or reading or exercising. 20 minutes times 5 years of doing that, that's 1,250 hours or the equivalent of a college education, just reading 20 minutes every day. Well, that's why I want you to start reading my brand new book, 5 Things Successful People Do Before 8 o'clock in the morning. This book has gotten more attention than anything else we've ever released, and I'm so grateful. You know, if I were to sit down with you just one-on-one and you were asking me, where do I start? Everything in this book is exactly what I would teach you. I poured myself into this book. What's taken me 16 years to learn, you can learn it in 6 hours. So use the link in the description to get your copy of the 5 Things Successful People Do Before 8 a.m. And don't forget, for more consistent motivation, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and be sure to push that little red button for consistent teaching. Just subscribe to the podcast, and every week I'll keep you motivated to live your dreams. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.